India Hackathon 2024. Me and our group has prepared a presentation on automatic waste segregation, a step towards cleaner earth. Automatic waste segregation is a crucial innovation that helps the waste automatically segregate in different types of waste like disposable and recyclable. So here are the table of contents which will be discussed by our group members. And the next slide is understanding waste and its environmental impact. There are various types of waste like organic waste, recyclable waste and hazardous waste. Organic waste are those types of waste which we use in the household. Recyclable waste are those types of waste which we can recyclable like glasses, paper, etc. Hazardous waste are those types of waste which are dangerous to human, animal and aquatic life like chemicals, batteries, etc. In the next slide, you can see there are two charts. Number one chart shows that how much the world generates per year over the years. In 2016, it was 2.1 billion metric of tons of waste we have produced. In the upcoming year 2030, it will be 2.59 billion metric tons. In the year 2050, there will be 3.40 billions of metric tons. In the next chart, you can see this is a pie chart of the different types of waste which we contribute. Thank you. And the next slide will be discussed by Muhammadul Hassan. Sorry. Sir, same source, sir. First chart to junto ase sir, etu mane overall mane waste to show koraise mane.
Actually, you should mention the source. মানে য'ৰ পৰা লৈছা তুমি same অলপ তলত এটা link দিবা সদায়. Okay? So that others can know that from where you have taken the data. Okay? Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Proceed.
And the next slide will be discussed by Muhammadul Hassan.
As you have seen, the waste generation is a global challenge with producing significant amount of waste worldwide. So let's narrow down our focus to understand how this global issue manifests in India. Especially we'll be seeing in five major different cities. First of all, Delhi leads by producing waste generation per year by 3.3 million tons per year. Following Delhi, Mumbai comes with 2.7 million tons by producing waste per year. Then Chennai comes next with 1.6 million by producing waste by 1.6 million tons. Next, Hyderabad comes with 1.4 million tons. And next, Kolkata by 1.1. As this information is taken from Central Pollution Control Board. As you have seen, the numbers are staggering, and there is an urgent need for waste management solution. Now let's take a closer look on how India generates waste per day. Per day, there was a research being done where in 2019 it was 15 lakh tons. In 2020 it remained constant to 15 lakh. In 2021 it was 16 lakh tons, and by 2022 it was 17 lakh tons. So there is an urgent need for waste management solution. Now to explore why waste segregation is so vital and how it can make a difference, I will ask Isha Ifti Ahmed to understand the next slides.
So today I will be discussing about the importance of waste segregation. So what is waste segregation? It is the process of separating different types of waste to manage them more effectively. This involves sorting waste into categories like recyclables, compostable, hazardous materials and non-recyclables. So the importance of waste segregation are environmental impact, public health, economic benefit, legal compliance, and community awareness. Environmental impacts have reduced pollution, conserve natural resources, decrease landfill waste. Public health have prevent spread of disease, minimize hazardous waste exposed. Economic benefits reduce waste management costs, create recycling industries jobs. Legal compliance means government resolution, avoids fine and penalties. Community awareness promotes responsible behavior, encourages sustainable practice. So the next slide is about the benefits of waste segregation. So the benefits of waste segregation are to reduce the landfill's burden. Segregation decreases the amount of waste sent to landfills by dividing the recycles and compostable for other uses. Improve recycling. Segregated waste is easier and more efficient to recycle, leading to better resource recovery and reduced demand for raw materials. Safer disposal. Hazardous waste can be handled separately, reducing the risk of contamination and protecting public health. The next slide will be discussed.
Good morning, everyone. Introduction to automatic waste segregation. It utilizes advanced technologies such as sensors, artificial intelligence (AI), and mechanical sorting mechanism. These systems are designed to efficiently identify, sort, and separate different types of waste materials, ensuring that recyclable, organic, and hazardous waste are processed correctly. So here you can. Sorry. So here you can see we use black plastic container for non-infected waste. For infected waste, solid waste, infected resin tap pads. For yellow plastic container for economical waste, blue plastic container for infected plastics, syringes, gloves, and plastic waste. White container for sharps, needles, and curtain glasses. The differentiation between manual segregation and automatic segregation. Manual segregation is slower, dependent on human speed and attention. On the other side, automatic segregation faster, consistent processing with minimal human interventions. Manual segregation prone to errors and inconsistency. Automatic segregation, highly accuracy, sensor and AI ensuring precise sorting. Worker exposed to hazardous waste risking health through manual segregation. Reduce health risks by limiting direct human contact with waste. Automatic segregations. High due to labor intensive process and higher initial cost but lower term operation expenses. Thank you. Next slide will be explained by Kuldeep.
Thank you, Rohit, and good morning, everyone. So, my groupmates already discussed the theory about automatic segregation method. So, our basic goal was to prepare a theory about a device which can help us. All of the dust, all of the waste always mixed with so many different types of products. Like there will be glass, there will be medical waste, there will be wet waste, and there will be dry waste. But if we were to do it manually, the two problems will arise. The first will be the manual labor. It will be very difficult to separate the glass, a piece of glass from a medical cloth. So when we were researching, we have come up with an idea of a device. So my groupmates already discussed about the whole process. Now I am going to discuss about the device. So our device, which will be known as automatic waste segregation, the prototype. This is a prototype because we have not made the final products. That's why we are calling it the prototype. So basically, the prototype will consist a sensor. So whenever we put as you can see, there is a 2D and 3D perspective of our prototype, and there is where waste enters. Once the waste enters the bin, we will have a sensor. The sensor will detect what types of waste it will be, and it will be segregate each kind of waste in each kind of bin. To know more about the prototype, here I am presenting the next slide. So this is a flow diagram of the model. In this flow diagram, where first we have a block that is written in check for the waste. In that block, the waste will be checked whether, and there will be different types of sensor, and those types of sensor we will be discussing about the next slide. So this is the flow diagram of the model, where first we will check the waste. Then if the waste is a metallic waste, then one motor will be rotate the waste and dump it into another bin. Then if the waste is a dry waste, then there will be another motor, and the motor will dump the waste on another bin, and so the process will go on. Now this is the flow diagram of the model, and in the next slide this is how the system will work. So ARDUINO, that is a sensor which is embedded by C+ coding system, and there will be a power supply. Once we turn on the power supply, there is a various type of sensors, such like servo motor will figure out if the waste is dry or if the waste is metallic, and then it will depends up to the sensor to segregate each of the waste. And here every sensor, every motor driver have their each work, and once every part of the prototype will work accordingly through our processor. At the end of the day, the result will, the conveyor belt will be take all of the waste to the different bin. So this is the prototype. So here is a methodology how the prototype will work. So the automatic water segregation system is driven by microcontroller Arduino UNO, which is written in embedded C language, and it reads the input and output pins of the components. Now the sensor detects the garbage, and if we can see, there is a servo motor. So the servo motors will detect if the waste is wet, dry and metallic waste, so that we can dump into the specific bin. Now the metallic waste will be detected by inductive proximity sensor. If we can see, there is an inductive proximity sensor. Now the dry waste has paper and plastic, which are differentiated using the now. Here is the thing, when we say dry, there are so many types of dry waste, but there will be papers, there will be plastic. The difference is the plastic will never rot away, but the paper is easily, the paper will go to the lead and it will mix with the lead. So to differentiate this, we have a sensor which is known as capacity proximity sensor. Now the wet waste will be examined with the help of moisture sensor. So we know the moisture word is related to what? Related to water. So if we can understand by the name that the wet waste will be caught up by the moisture sensor. It will detect the wet waste and it will dump into a specific bin. Now the measure of the dustbin. So what if the dustbin fill up and we won't know? We will be putting dustbin in the input, then the output, the dustbin will fill up and it will throw the waste material outside of the dustbin. So that's why there has been provided an ultrasonic sensor which is connected to the edge of the dustbin. When the dustbin is full, the person